Okay, you guys, we're hopping into another dupe from Alter Ego. We're going into the Shadow Kiss palette, which is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Glam palette, which I don't own. But I do like this color story. I just haven't bought it from the Natasha Denona because I didn't know if I was going to really love this for like color story, but I've been really into cool tones a lot more. I think they're just really popular, but I've figured out that I do really like them. So I'm gonna try this out, the dupe out, and I have tried a lot of Natasha's formulas. I have a lot of her palettes, but yeah, I don't have this palette in particular to compare, but I can definitely tell you if it's similar in formula to regular Natasha Denona palettes. So let's go ahead and hop into the video. It's gonna be short and quick. Let's just give a quick little review and look of this palette. For the eyes, I am going to use the Alter Ego eyeshadow primer, and I will have to say this is not a first impression for the two products that are going to be featured in this video. I have used this primer. Now this is my fourth time using it, and the palette I've used one other time. I wore it Sunday. It is Wednesday right now. I wore it Sunday to the palette Sunday to church, and the eyeshadow primer I've been using. So I've had this palette for like over a week, I believe now at this point. And the eyeshadow primer I bought with the palette. So this is my fourth time using it as of today. I've worn it 4 other times with different palettes, not just from Alter Ego. I've liked it so far every single time. So I'm gonna just let that sit and then we'll hop into a look. All right, you guys, we're looking at this palette and I'm so like loving it already. I've already used it once, like I said, and I used the shades Shade, Vanish, and then for shimmers I used Shroud and Eclipse. So let's go different today. I'm going to start with the shade Desire, so I've not used that shade yet, and I'm going to pop in to the crease. Alright, you guys, I'm going to just detail or clean off my brush with the brush swatch cleaner that I have. I think I'm going to just try to blend out the edges with this shade Risk right here. I know in the Glam palette, these shades are named after where you should put them, but this one actually has shade names, which I enjoy. Then I'm just going to take a clean blending brush or soft brush and just blend the edges. Really helps with blend of shadows to have a clean brush all in sight. Okay, let's start deepening things up. I think I will go back into this shade called Shade right here and just deepen up the crease a little bit more. Alright, next I'm going to take this clean Essence Smoky Eye Brush and I'm going to dip into the shade Umbra. This is the deepest shade in the palette and I feel like it's a great one for the outer corner if you like to deepen up looks the way I do. Maybe we should do like should we do a typical, or maybe we should do kind of a halo eye or semi-halo eye, like a fake halo eye. So I'm going to just put that into the inner part as well. I like that idea. I have to say the formula in here is really good. I think Alter Ego has gotten better with each and every palette, and the mattes in here have just blended so beautifully, and I have felt the same when I used it on Sunday. So it has remained with those shades that I've just used for the first time here and the ones that I used on Sunday. So next I'm going to go ahead and go into a deeper shimmer here, Veil. I'm going to put that kind of on the outer part on each the inner and the outer edges. Does that make sense? So I'm just gonna pick it up. I'm gonna use it dry first. Let's see what it does. That's really pretty. Looks really nice. Let me go in with the finger and see if that intensifies the shade. Yeah, for sure. It intensified it a lot. Gave it a little bit more oomph. And then I think for the inner part of the lid, or the center of the lid, inner part, not I think I'm gonna I don't know, cloak looks really pretty, but also dare. I think I'm gonna go with cloak though, and I'm just gonna use my finger to apply this to the center of the lid and give it that pop right in the center. Wow, that is really pretty. I love it. I hope you guys can see the amount of shine and just like shimmeriness is there. It does have some glitter particles, which I love. I think it looks really pretty. I have heard that the Natasha Denona Glam palette is not the most shimmery glittery with the formula, and I'm assuming that this is going to be emulating that and kind of trying to to get those same formulas that is in that palette in here, just like they do with all their other palettes. So I'm going to assume that it's going to be the same type of deal with the Glam palette from Natasha Denona. But I really like the way this eye looks. I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then we'll come back for lower lash line in a second. All right, you guys, I've got my foundation on and concealer. I use the Huda Beauty Glowish. I just recently bought this. I didn't buy it when it first came out because I just wanted to wait on it. I have so many kind of tint type things like this, or tinted moisturizers, skin tints and stuff, so I wanted to just wait on it, and I just really still wanted it and the bronzer, so I went ahead and just took the plunge, bought it because I just waited on it, and since I still wanted it, I decided to allow myself to buy it, which I think is always a good thing, to just kind of wait on things. Today I applied it with my fingers, which is a different way. I haven't used it yet. I've only used it, this is not my second time. I wanted to see if it could be applied with the fingers, because sometimes when I have a tinted moisturizer, sometimes I'll put them on with my fingers. Not always. I'll usually use a sponge, and I also use some of the e.l.f. Electric Mood Elixir that they had with their Electric Mood collabs. And this is very glowy, and this is very glowy, so I might have went a little overboard, but I've really been loving this mixed in with or underneath foundations, and so today I kind of mixed it in with this. So probably don't do that if you have an oily skin, because it might be a little bit too much, but for me, I really like it. I've been loving a dewy, shiny look. So right now I'm going to go ahead and finish the lower lash line, and then I'll finish the rest of my face off camera, and yeah, we'll be done for this video. So I'm going to clean this little essence brush off, and I think what I'm going to do on the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the shade Shade. I think I'm going to be very simple with this. You can go very glam with this. Like I said, this is from Natasha. I think this look is a bit more smoky and glam, but let's keep the lower lash line. We're going to smoke it out a bit, yeah. But we're not gonna, it's gonna look like we did a lot, but we're not. So we just smoked out Shade, and we can blend it a little bit more off camera. Then I'm gonna take Ombre and just deepen up the outer part. Okay, that looks really good. And then we're gonna just blend off camera, maybe blend out with the shade Risk. That would be perfect to kind of just blend the edges. And there we go. I'm going to do the other eye off camera, do the rest of my face, and I'll be back with the whole entire final look and my thoughts. Alright, you guys, so for bronzer, I'm using the Glowish bronzer from Huda Beauty. I've already applied some, but I just want to show you guys how beautiful this is. I really am enjoying these Huda products. I'm glad I picked them up, even though I picked them up a bit later, and I didn't really do a review for these, but I just have to say, really like this, really like this bronzer. I have mine in the shade Soft Radiance or Tan Light. I could even probably go deeper than this actually, because this one is a bit more just bronzing enough for me. I could probably go to a deeper shade. So I was seeing from a lot of people that the bronzer you can go deeper on than what you would normally do, but the foundation or the tint you need to go lighter because it was a bit deep. So it ran a bit deep. So but I really do like both of these products so far. Just really been enjoying them. Okay, All right, you guys, so here I am back with the eyes done, face makeup pretty much done. I decided to forgo highlighter. I have such a beautiful glow already, and I'm going to be wiping this makeup off in like a second. But last thing I want to put on camera was this new lip stain from ColourPop. This is in the cherry collab, or not collab, cherry collection they just did recently. And they came out with a new formula, which is their lip stains, glossy lip stains. And they also just came out with a whole bunch of them as well. But I got this one. I didn't buy much from the cherry collection, actually. Just the hair clips, this, and then one of the liners. But I was very interested to see this new formula. And this is such a bright, popping color. Great for the summer. And I think it'll really go nice with this look because it's so neutral. Feels like this lip product I have from Folklore. Very similar texture, where it's very thin, almost like glossy, slippy feeling. Not like a thick gloss though, but like a very extremely thin gloss. But if it's anything like that formula, it'll dry down. So I'm gonna just like let it sit for a second off camera and see if it does dry down, if it like stains. I know you can also kind of like blot these as well sometimes, but I didn't line my lips or anything. I don't feel like doing that, but let me see what it does. All right, you guys, it's set for a little minute there. It's a really pretty color, and I love the finish. I love the way it looks on the lips. It doesn't look crusty. It looks hydrating, and I did have my lips sitting with some like a lip treatment before I put this on, and I really do like it. I think it looks really nice with this look as well. This is really pretty. I like this, and I did pat it just a little bit, like blotted it just a little bit. And I really like this formula. Like, I really like this. But here's the final look, you guys. I love it. I'm so excited for this palette. Like I said, I've been enjoying more cool tones for sure. I love cool tones, warm tones, neutrals. I just dabble in everything. I have my preferred colors, but I just dabble in all different kinds of colors and stories, and I just love it. I love all of it. Neutral, colorful, give it to me. I love all of it. So this palette is definitely just so fun to me. I think it's inspiring to me because I've been exploring more cool tones. So this is like, it like doesn't seem inspirational because it's such a like kind of boring neutral palette, but for me, because I do wear a lot of more colorful looks, this is very unique to my collection, and I'm excited for it. I feel like I can wear this to work very easily as well. The formula in here is really good. I expect nothing less from Alter Ego. All of the palettes I've tried from them have been really good quality, and I feel like they're getting even better. Like, they're really trying to try different formulas, try different finishes for their shadows, and it really is paying off. I think that they're experimenting and doing things is paying off. Now, I understand some people might not like the aspect of it being a dupe palette, but I do think that there is a market for this, especially for people like that can't afford Natasha Denona prices. And even me, I have some of the more expensive ones, the $129 ones, and even I second guessed buying those, and I've gotten most of my Natasha Denona palettes during sales or for a percentage off because I just refuse to pay $129. I think I've gotten all of my Natasha Denona expensive, the ones that are $129, all of those for a discounted price, because I just feel like no shadow is really worth $129, even though I love Natasha Denona's formula. And I feel like there's a good place for this because, like I said, I like the color story of this, but I didn't know if I was going to exactly love these cool tones, so I didn't want to spend $65 for it. This is perfect, and now that I know I do love more cool tones, and if this came out, I was like, I'm going to snatch that up. I kind of miss out on not getting the Natasha Denona Glam palette, but this is a perfect solution because it is affordable at only, I think, $16, has the color story, and it is a great formula. It looks really, really nice. So there you go. If you were interested in this palette, I would say it is definitely a nice one. So there you go, you guys. Those are my thoughts on the new Shadow Kiss palette from Alter Ego. If you wanted to pick it up, definitely I would think, you know, give it a chance. It's really good. If you don't have the Natasha Denona Glam palette and you were liking that color story. So that's all for this video, you guys. If you enjoyed it or got something out of it, go ahead and leave a like down below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this in the future. And yeah, I'll check you guys out. Oh yeah, the lip stain as well. I like it's a lot for ColourPop. So really, really nice. And the eyeshadow primer is really nice as well. I'm all over the place. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Stay safe. Adios.